Hey, alright, so you head back to the condo, kind of settle back down in. Is there anything you particularly want to do now that you're in Berlin, or do you want to wait for the contact that was mentioned?
I think I want to start exploring a little bit around the area and see if I can find a brothel.
Sure.
Just like a Chinese massage parlor, or one of those kinds of places.
Yes. Please roll me wits investigation, we'll say.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, yeah. You'll take a look around.
That's dope. Oh, are you looking for one too?
Oh yeah, I'm helping.
You're helping.
Okay.
Well,
this is how Dawn eats now, so she just goes to brothels with you.
That's fantastic.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Because I'm oblivious.
Yep.
Okay, Nathan doesn't even think they have a decent going sex trade in the city at this point in time, and he's really worried, he's concerned, but fortunately Dawn was there to actually look around and find something, because that is to correct Nathan's thinking of, being panicked, probably.
Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna have to find some random person off the street
and hope they'll... And try to pay them? Oh my god.
Oh, I might have to do it with a hobo. Ugh.
Again.
I don't know. I'm just picturing like, oh, there's no one around. Like, there's no, it's like, and then like Don's just like, what are you talking about? There's a whore. There's a whore.
She's right there. She's giving me the signal. Like.
Oh, I thought that was a hobo. I thought that was a homeless person.
No, Dawn will be able to find you a location which seems a little shady, but it also seems like,
Well, that's where I met Candy.
That's true. I think you met Candy on the streets. You're just
yeah,
like...
I think you just met her on the street, yeah.
I think I did. Oh, and what a night that was.
Oh,
cool.
Candy. All right.
So, got that taken care of.
Yep, important stuff taken care of.
Now we can relax.
Anything else that you want to plan for this evening? Or just kind of wait for the communications to come in?
Dawn's also just gonna go find some local food, like human food, and try some German food. And
okay.
Puke it up later.
Yep.
I will join you with that.
The two of you will enjoy German food, and then throw it up.
I will join you and have water.
Yep.
You can smell it.
You'll have water, and then throw up the water later. I mean, it's not as bad.
Yeah, but water is pretty much just gonna be water.
Yeah. I don't know if you can actually have to throw up water if you just like... It doesn't retain very well. Yeah, it just goes through you, because it's like, it's dead in there.
Yeah. I'm dead inside.
Trickles all the way out.
Yeah.
I exercise the muscles to make sure that it doesn't just trickle. But I take several trips to the restroom. Coincidentally, shortly after I've taken several drinks.
This water's great.
Gotta pee.
German water, delicious.
Probably all of that Gatorade I drank earlier.
The Germans are really confused at what you mean by Gatorade.
Yeah, you'll find probably like probably this time of night, tavern. Some kind of tavern that's out very late. So they got some German food going. The kitchen's open late. They're having some kind of a traditional band playing. So very, very folksy. None of you speak German, so you're having a hard time. Ryan will be with you and be, like, trying his conversational German, and you're beginning to realize Ryan's conversational German is, like, first or second year conversational German, so it's not great.
It's like, where's the bathroom?
My name is Ryan.
I've been mugged. My name is Ryan.
Was magst du in deiner Freizeit? Wie alt bist du? Woher bist du? Ich bin Ryan. Du bist...
I'll pull out one of those translation apps just because it's better than nothing.
He's like asking how old they are, what they do in their free time, where they live.
Do you go to school?
When is your birthday?
I am 8 years old.
Wie gehen mit dem Schule? I probably said that wrong. I have to remember it myself. Anyway, yeah, so it's an interesting day of, like, confusing a lot of German people.
Well, night.
Night. And, the waitress seems to speak a little bit of English, at least, so, yeah. You'll have a pretty interesting evening, and I'll go pretty late, like, probably around, like, 2 in the morning, that they're, like, really shutting down at that point in time. You've had some time to hang out and enjoy yourselves.
So what do you do in your free time, Emil?
Probably some, write a program or two. Maybe, do some freelance work.
Interesting. Nothing else? That's it?
Ooh!
I mean, I'll go hunting time to time, too.
Oh!
And not vampire hunting, hunting animals with my gun.
That sounds about right. Oh, I've recently taken up crochet.
Ah.
How are you getting along with that?
Very well, thank you. I've been trying to practice when I'm in my more horrifying form, because apparently having multiple limbs makes it very interesting for trying to get something done very quickly.
I was actually going to ask that.
I'm planning on making a roach head warmer.
Ah.
You know, those Midwestern winters can get pretty cold for something that usually is in a form that doesn't have a body circulation that really works well with that. So a little head warmer can go a long way when we're out in the cold.
You plan on spending a lot of time in the Midwest?
You know, it's where the rest of the WoD clan's hanging out, you know, around Chicago and all.
Ah.
I don't know if you noticed, like, I go back on breaks whenever we're, you know, not on call on duty, sometimes.
I don't really pay attention to the jet when I'm not on it so much.
Oh, I could use the jet? I've just been taking the commercial lines.
Well, when you manage to crochet a blanket, you should, you know, make me one too.
Will do.
Oh, we can have matching hats and gloves.
Ooh, yeah, we can. That'll be neat.
Alright, just don't knit it in front of me.
Well, I can knit it like this too, you know.
I think it would be interesting if you could, you're stronger in your other form, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if you could knit like an aluminum or maybe a fine steel cape.
Oh. That might be something a little difficult to do. Like, knit something out of, like, wire or something. I could try experimenting with it.
But do the hats and the matching gloves first.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm getting ready for Christmas. Plan to spend it with the family. You know, we're gonna go caroling. There's not many places we can go caroling and show off our good old singing voices. You see, little known fact, when we're giant horrible cockroaches, we have this little humming thing we can do that really sounds beautiful together and harmonic. That's at least what, you know, our good friend said about it.
Ah. All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So, Emil, you write programs, and freelance.
Yeah.
And hunt.
And what? Oh, and hunt, yes.
And hunt.
Well, it's been a while since I gone hunting. Not since I was a wee knot cockroach. Oh, that's a joke there. Oh, wait a second here. Eine Bieren, por favor. Dang it. I'm a little drunk. I think my languages are, slipping.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right. Was that last call? Perhaps we should be on our way.
Oh, you're right. I shouldn't get too drunk.
Mm-hmm. Work to be done. Don't want to soil yourself.
Well, that was on the plane ride.
Mm-hmm.
That still freaks me out.
I noticed. Still not as bad as Sam. So, perhaps... you said that the gentleman who's got you delivering for him said that meeting with this person might cause trouble with our other intended meeting?
Yes, they are apparently enemies of sorts.
Perhaps you should do the delivery... separately.
I meet with the Nosferatu, you meet with the set.
So, quick lesson. When we're in public, it's excellent not to speak of specific names. Hence, for example, me indicating the gentleman you are delivering a package for, rather than using a name or a description.
Very well.
Excellent. So,
let's see. So I deliver it. I'm like having trouble. So I deliver my package to
the recipient.
The recipient. There we go. And you, while you go and see the woman who knows the location of the other woman.
That is certainly an option. I will point out, I would not like to leave you completely unattended or without any aid. So perhaps you could, perhaps either Ryan or Dawn could accompany you, and the other could accompany me.
Well, seeing how the ones I am meeting tend to be a little bit more practical, perhaps I should take Dawn.
Okay. I can do this.
Excellent.
You know, we did have a bit of breakup there.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. It's okay. It's only a slight one.
Yeah, who broke up? Everything's in good.
We'll break it up.
What?
It might have been.
No!
It might have been on my
Not
side.
again!
Just another one of the little whatever the weird's going on, you know.
Yeah, my Discord is fucked right now. Everyone is just a giant pixel each.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah, my connection is way down.
Great.
Excellent.
Yay!
That's fantastic. So, does anyone have any concerns with Emil and Dawn heading to meet with the the more technically minded folk, and Ryan and myself finding the swarthier.
Sounds good to me. Guess we'll just meet back up at the hotel, like, residence? Yeah, anyway.
Sure.
While we, when we're done.
Sure. Dawn has my cell phone number. I will give it to you. And we should be able to communicate as needed. More or less.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
Emil, you tend to be a more physically persuasive person. Is that correct?
Yes, that's one way to put it.
Okay. Excellent. Dawn is similarly persuasive, where my talents lie more in the social setting. So, should either of you get into any trouble, please let me know so that I can attempt to smooth over or deal with it as needed.
We'll send Ryan to
Very
help.
well.
And I will bring Ryan along. He is much more persuasive than he looks.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I believe that will do it for this evening.
Well, as you leave the tavern, now late at night, a large shadowy figure will kind of step out of the shadows and approach all four of you. Are you Nathan?
I am.
Follow me.
And you are?
He doesn't say anything. This like cloaked figure, kind of like I'd say he's got like, you know, like kind of like sweatpants on, like a large hoodie kind of thing.
Is there a distinctive smell?
No. He's like 7 foot tall, very large.
Okay.
Let me ask, is there a distinctive smell? No, because I actually have acute sense smell.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, no, nothing distinct about it. There's a little bit of like, maybe like if you're smelling, you definitely can smell a little bit of like dirt and stuff to it. Like, so maybe he's been like not in the cleanest of places, but also maybe like a little bit of like incense.
If you say wet dog.
No. Like incense or something on him.
Okay.
As if he was hanging out at a place that had some incense.
How far is the trip? I'm asking.
He's not going to respond.
Oh, that's not polite. All right. Oh. Shall we?
I'm gonna activate Eyes of the Beast just to kind of just a little wary. I want to be able to see better in the dark.
Okay. Sure. Alright. He'll lead you through some number of back streets and towards what appears to be an old cathedral surrounded by a small graveyard.
Okay.
He'll lead you into the cathedral itself, or like the small church itself, kind of opening the doors and letting you inside.
Is it uncomfortable?
No, I wouldn't say you feel anything uncomfortable about entering a church. I don't think any of you's got anything against that. But you can see there's a number of, like, figures covered in, like, either cloaks or hoods, you know, like, just hidden up, kind of sitting around in various places, almost like they're watching you.
All right. Where's the big guy leading us go?
Kind of like in the back of the room, kind of where like the altar is. You see a kind of man will kind of turn around. He definitely does not hide who he is. He's kind of like, his face is pretty ugly, but you can see like it looks like his body is a little misshapen too. Like one of his,
like definitely Nosferatu?
Maybe, but like Nosferatu, you've never seen like physical deformities like this though. Like normally they physically look ugly. He looks to have like one of his arms is just long and one of his legs is just a little short, giving this weird kind of look that you can notice. Sabu.
Ryan, if you wouldn't mind staying at the door.
Yeah. As you Ryan will wait there. As you approach, the man will go, Sabu, thank you for your work. The large man will kind of like bow his head and then kind of take his place, almost kind of sitting to the side. Welcome to Berlin.
Thank you kindly.
Ellison Humboldt. I believe you're Nathan.
I am.
Dawn, Emil, and Ryan in the back there.
Yes.
I felt with a little bit of your muscle, I had to bring a little bit of muscle on my own.
How do you know who we are?
Well, I know a lot of things.
Given that this is Ellison, I imagine he's heard about her.
Well, it's unfortunate for you, or fortunate for you, that a friend of mine asked me to speak to you, and, I got to you first. Now, I received a message, well, my sire had received a message that you'd be coming into town and delivering some information for her, yes?
Suppose that depends on who your sire is, but that doesn't seem unusual. Many times travelers bring messages.
You seek the center of my existence, Natalia. As when he says it, you just get a sense that he has an infatuation there. My mistress will always, forever, be deep within my heart. And unfortunately, though, she has old allies who've come calling to her, and who suspected you might have been coming this way. But I'm a man of some honor, and I must maintain it. It seems that an old ally of my grandsire seeks your deaths. A man named Victor? Yes. I believe you would know who he worked for. One Baba Yaga? Sire of my sire.
Do I know the name?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Sire of my sire, Baba Yaga, used to work for her.
All right.
Has begun reaching out to allies who may allow help in eliminating you. Apparently he feels you stole something from him. But I also have been worrying that the poor man has some troubles. And I wish to keep my mistress away from said troubles. She would be very willing to help on her own. So, if you deliver what you are going to deliver to me, great. We can take care of that. She'll find the information, and you won't have to worry about any problems. For now.
Fair.
Excellent. Now, I hear tell you're looking for a gangrel. And unfortunately, this is very difficult for us. Well, if she's working with someone that is not really friendly to us within the city.
Mm-hmm. That
Not
makes
here to
sense.
take sides.
That may be true. But your coming here may have caused some problems.
Of course. Things are never easy.
Oh, no, they won't. Well, I can make things easy for you. I have a little bit of information that might be able to help you. Whether or not it gets you killed, or if you can find out the information you seek, well, that'll be up to you. And I would just suggest that you do not antagonize anybody else. And be careful. I'll keep things about yours here on the down low. And maybe I'll feed some false information to our old friend. Keep you a little safer.
How might we avoid antagonizing further entities around the city?
Fortunately for us, we have a plan that you can use. But you're going to have to acquire something for us.
All right, and that is?
You see, Cebu here is a sort of neutral party in the city. Hence why I inquired about his assistance in this one. He is Bonsan from Africa. One of our wayward cousins of the Liban. Anyway,
all right.
He is going to acquire something for our good friend Nefertiti. Something she's been looking for. But by acquire, I mean you're going to get it for him. How do I put this mildly? The person you're dealing with has a unique ability that we're not sure where she gets it from. Perhaps from her own blood, being a child of Set, or from some kind of ritual. But she can effectively go beyond a ghoul when it comes to animals.
Go beyond ghoul when it comes to
animals. She seems to be able to actually create something akin to ourselves from them. Now, they don't seem to be able to spread themselves, which is good. Why would an animal be able to control its ability to create more of its kind?
Right.
And she has a number of things under her control. It is said she seeks a primate next for her experiments. How can I put this mildly that's not insulting? You have to go to the Berlin Zoo and steal a gorilla.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I like
All
this
right.
one.
Cebu will set you up as Americans who happen to cross a gorilla. You had it in town for other reasons, American vampires, and they were coming to visit. Perhaps you were coming for information from me, you meeting with the prince, maybe even meeting with me. Reasonable things for any person coming into the city.
Sure.
But that you have a pet gorilla, which I would suggest you feed some of your blood to. Ghoul it. It will make sense. As a ghoul can become something like ourselves, it should still be acceptable. Pet gorilla. Sure. It'll be recent addition to your group, i.e. untrained, but you decided to take with you in your adventures to think. That's the story Cebu here is going to spread to our good friend Nefertiti, allowing you meeting through him. Now, that will give you an in to hopefully find your information. After that, I don't know what's going to happen, if she will eliminate you, if she feels it in her whims, or if she will accept your, maybe your gift as a trade. Donation, and trade for information. Do remember, the person you're searching for is under her purview. In a way, under her protection.
Certainly.
Nefertiti would see much of this city see ruin before her influence would be removed. So,
well,
be warned.
So, what advantage does this give you?
Oh, for me? Well, let's just say that we are going to use the beast you shall create to gain some information. You forget, we are a mastery of technology, much more than our good friends, the Setis, who rely on ancient rituals. And a little bit more information, even if it's for a brief period of time, will help us out greatly. Of course, if it should be found that you had known about this, or you gave them something that would have given away some information, it wouldn't be healthy for you. But if you're out of Berlin by then, I'm sure you'll be fine. I don't think our friends the Setis have a huge influence within the US, at least in New York. And most of their groups are very self-contained, fortunately for you.
Indeed.
I'd just suggest maybe, after all this is said and done, staying out of Berlin for a century?
I don't believe I have any problem with that.
Well, excellent. I'll have someone... Cebu will be meeting you here once you have the gorilla. Just, show up with it. A few of my friends will be here. And, keep it gorilla until you arrive. Then one of you can do the deed. Once we've taken care of what we need to take care of. Great. Well, until we meet again, as,
Indeed.
he fades away from view. I mean, if you want to, I can have you guys roll to notice crap, but you recognize it as the high-level obfuscate you've seen, actually the two of you have seen previously, with a certain someone that showed up very fuzzily.
Oh, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember Victor used obfuscate to, disappear mostly from your mind? Well, he just did the same thing. And the others seem gone once you turn around. Except for, actually...
Cebu.
Cebu's just kind of... Yeah.
So I was gonna say, this is why we wear capes.
Alrighty.
So Cebu at this point in time is going to kind of take off his hood. As you see, he's a very large African man. He's got some piercings and tattoos. that look very traditional, almost like tribal. There's just something a little off about him too. He seems almost a little like monstrous, but it's like not like not like you like see like a Nosferatu that he's like hideous. Just like he's just seems like intense in his at least presence. Maybe it might mean nothing to do with his appearance. Though you've not heard a lot about the. If you want to roll a very difficult occult intelligence, you might know something about the Bonsam. It'd be difficulty 9 because none of you are familiar with the African vampires.
Sure.
Nathan knows nothing.
Intelligence occult, you said?
Yeah. The crapshoot roll.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Okay.
Oh, that was close.
Let's see.
Come on, Dawn.
9, you say?
I did say 9.
I know less than nothing. This is why
Dawn,
doesn't
you're like,
do this.
wait, there are vampires in Africa?
Dawn's just accidentally a little racist.
It's less that like you would have like not assumed that there could be African vampires. It's more that like there are different ones in Africa, kind of thing. Really?
It's like the the Harry Potter thing, or witches and wizards and British, you know.
Yeah.
Dawn says, "Are you the ones that sparkle?"
Oh my god. I was.
Oh man.
Okay.
God damn it, Dawn.
Okay. Just want to check something. Yeah. Nope. You bring me the beast, and we can talk more.
Seems like it would have been easy enough to give us your name. Just saying.
Sabu. And then it was be quiet again.
Oh, it's a little late now. All right, off we go.
All right. This is actually a pretty good point. We can leave it off here. That now you're gonna go steal a gorilla.
Yay! I'm good at stealing things.
We are great at stealing things.
You did steal some stuff before, and it went mixed bag for stealing. Now you have to break into a zoo and steal a gorilla.
I can do it.
And that's why I want to go talk to the prince and be like, look, I don't want to get involved in shit in your city. I don't want to fuck up the balance. They're asking me to do this shit.
And then Dawn's gonna go buy a gorilla outfit and try and disguise herself to get in there.
So basically, they want us to steal the gorilla for them because the other group is trying to get the gorilla as well.
The other group wants a gorilla for stupid reasons, and they're like, let's steal a gorilla. Use this third party that's in the city, who's like a vampire from Africa, who's in the city for we don't know what reason. So he has connections to probably maybe knowing about this thing, is what they're assuming. They are probably going to bug the shit out of the gorilla.
Yep.
And then, like, in ways that will be very difficult to detect, let alone, like, easy. And then you're going to give them a gorilla, which hopefully the crazy 4th generation SETI princess, or I'm sorry, Queen of Europe as she self-proclaims herself, will make it into a vampire gorilla.
So I already have a thought of how we might push this.
Because basically, this is basically our gate in order to give what I promised to give to the person. Like, in order to meet her, we have to do this.
So what I'm thinking is, we have all the, like, we make it look like we have a gorilla already. That we brought it in from, the US and everything. But we still have to get it out of the zoo without them wondering what happened to their gorilla.
Ugh, God.
So we have to make it look like the gorilla died. Then we come in and dispose of the gorilla's body.
You do have to make it look like the gorilla is not one from the zoo somehow.
Or,
Huh?
hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Dawn dresses as the gorilla, switches places until the gorilla is replaced, and she stays there in the zoo.
But
yeah.
I like Dawn. She's really, really, really useful to have around.
So
There's this problem called daylight.
God damn it. I mean, I'll be in the zoo. I'll be fine.
Suits are not.
And cover my face. I won't be touching the daylight.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you know, Nefertiti and her embraced animals are really weird and get into some really strange directions. Because there's a number of them that are so elder now, they have found a way to change into almost like a half-human, half-vampire form.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. You know.
Great.
Uh-huh.
Great. Great.
Well,
Well,
those are the cobras she has, because apparently that's something. She has a bunch of like cobra vampires under her sway.
why not asps? Whatever.
It's too obvious.
To each their own.
God, they have the stats for these things. They're really. I love how it's like nature cobra, demeanor cobra.
Cobra.
I'm like, well, that's accurate.
So as long as it's acting like a cobra, it gets willpower back.
Yeah. Hey, it has an intelligence of 2. It's gotten smart.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Anyway, yeah.
So,
Anyway, now that I've looked that up and enjoyed that entire thing.
uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll be back next, we probably will be back next week. I think we're gonna try for both games next week, but we'll have to see how things work out. That's the aim. But yeah, so the team's gonna steal a gorilla. Somehow. In a crazy plan. Yet another crazy plan.
Oh, I love the crazy plans. They're my favorite. Oh, we need Samuel's animals. It would be great to break into a zoo.
But you can't talk to him. None of you have animalism.
I know.
Wait, does Emil have animalism?
I should put one point into it. I was thinking about it.
You did not.
I have EXP left over that I haven't spent though.
Well, then you could put a dot and it'd be like, I can at least speak to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing.
Mm-hmm. And you want to
That's
send...
how he hunts. He walks out, sits there, starts talking to things. They walk up to him, and then he's like, "Now don't be afraid." Bam!
That's what Samuel does. He just like lures rats in and eats them. Well, that's what Samuel does.
Probably
He lures.
not that cruel.
He summons rats with animalism and then just starts devouring them.
It's like a bag of chips almost.
Yeah.
You just keep
Yeah.
going back in.
Like a snack pack.
Yeah.
It really squeezes them out, like, because they're so tiny. They're
Oh,
like a
it's like
blood.
those little squeezy yogurts.
Oh
you
my-
squeeze it up to the top, and then you
Oh,
touch the pack
God.
again. Another
That
one.
is awful for rats.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. We had an enjoyable time today. They didn't find some things out, found some other things out. Why don't we go around and say who we are, where to find you, all that stuff. Let us start with our newest player, Worm.
Yes, I am Diamond Worm. You can find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWorm and Twitter @DiamondWorm. I really need to tweet more. I will very, very, very soon, probably this week, if not next week, be starting streaming solo again because Spyro, the Flame, what was it called? The Reignited Trilogy, that's what it's called. Came out on Steam, and I am 100% totally stoked. Spyro was the first game I ever beat. Spyro the Dragon, the original. And it will probably, and it's going to be a trip down nostalgia lane. In fact, it's probably where my love of dragons came from, arguably.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm excited for that.
And how about Jess, we'll go that order.
Oh, it's me. I'm Bubblegum Viking, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and I just go back from my holiday, and it's gonna be September. So I'm gonna actually stream.
Cool.
For subs.
Woo! And of course, Carpe.
I am the Carpe DM, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, technically, but most of the time I spend a lot of time on Warframe right now, because, god.
And I'm the storyteller around here, Tensonar Van Dracovin. I stream fairly daily. I should be back to a regular schedule now. I know for the past, month, it's been a little off and on. Just very busy doing some really nice stuff for my niece the back end of September. Now we're back end of summer. Now she's in school. I have time again. I'll be back to doing normal stuff. Yay!
Woohoo! Yeah.
Should be streaming tomorrow. I'm thinking continuing Parasite Eve since I've got that set up and working, and I want to finish that up, and that's fun, And then Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines should be playing on Friday. D&D's on Thursday, and that's the schedule I got right now. Cool for the rest of the week. So, all right, everyone. Again, we're hoping to do both next week. We'll find out if any kind of changes happen to the schedule. They'll be announced on Twitter, Discord, all that, as soon as I know them. So, I'm going to run off. These people are going to run off. We're going to have a great time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Later.